No trades just yet for myself. Remember, as long as the S&P 500 does not fall in underneath this purple line, you're good to go on the bull side. It just cannot go underneath that purple line. Underneath the purple line is when there's serious trouble, okay? So underneath the purple line is when there's serious trouble. As long as it does not go underneath the purple line, which is at the price of around 400, you guys are good to go still. So that is actually at the price of $399.75. $399.75. Really has not been any sort of crazy penny stock rips and runs just yet. No sort of crazy penny stock rips and runs just yet. Taking a look over on a 10-minute time frame. If you guys do take a look over on this time frame, simply enough, if you're asking yourself, Deck, where has the bounce been? The bounce has simply enough just been at this area right here of 480. Notice we bounced right at 480, and we bounced at 480, and we have top resistance at 480 and 480 and 480 and 480, and I'm saying 480 cents is what I'm referring to, not 480, but 480 cents, 480 cents, 480 cents, bounce play off 480 cents, bounce play, all off 480 cents. So again, all the bounce plays have been is right off that 480 cent mark so far. As long as 480 cents holds, you are good to go. I would not hold on to a call if you're doing a day trade right now if it goes underneath 480 cents. So just a little heads on up. If you're like, Deck, I want to jump in on a play right now. Great, awesome, I love that. But at the same time, do not allow it to go underneath 480 cents because that is where, again, things are most likely going to start getting a lot weaker. At this time, we are inside like a little bit of a channel. It's starting to work its way back on up. We should be able to see this, back on up towards, probably back on up towards around that 402 mark. Looks like it's actually going to start breaking a little bit. I'm actually thinking about doing my first possible trade right here coming on up because it does look like we actually have some momentum. If we can start breaking a little bit of this downtrend, and you guys can see it if we switch over to a 1 minute time frame, very, very small, very, very subtle, but let's just watch this here, team. This is kind of like one of my go-to plays, one of my favorite plays I usually look at, which is going to be right here. See, again, we have our downtrend, we have our downtrend, we have our downtrend. Break of that downtrend, I'm expecting we run up to the VWAP and even possibly go up even higher than that. So let's see. We are starting to break that downtrend. Let's get a confirmation candle. Let's get a confirmation candle above this area showing that we are bringing in strength. I don't want to buy in and get an upper shadow and go right back underneath that, go underneath 401. Right now, team, you can see we're starting to get some nice momentum at this time, starting to break, room to run up towards around the VWAP of that 402.30 mark. Things are looking very strong at this moment. Let's see if we can fall back underneath 402 and then actually go ahead and get some sort of dip buy on this play. It has shown that we've bounced off that 480 mark and starting to get even better ripping and running towards this play at this time. So traders, I'm actually going to jump in on my first trade of the first trade right here to see if we can just go make a couple hundred bucks. So let's get a quick little trade right here. Just make a quick couple $100 at this time and see what we can do. We just hit the VWAP, which is going to be resistance. We need to break the resistance line of the VWAP. If we can break the resistance line of the VWAP, we'll get our next leg on up. I was hoping we get a little bit more volume to break through that resistance line of the VWAP. VWAP is obviously going to be strong resistance. We are going to be falling back on down towards most likely this trend line area of 480. Right now, I'm currently down $153 at this moment. Can we get back above 402? Get back above 402, I'll hold this. If we can't break a back above 402, I'm not going to hold it. Back above the VWAP, this is where this thing is going to start getting a lot more hype and start getting a lot more momentum. A little bit late on this play, but you guys can see kind of what I was going for. I was a little bit late on this play. You guys can see what I was going for. Best entry was 480. I wanted to get the break of this downtrend for the rip and run up towards the VWAP. Now, if we can ever break the VWAP, we have room to run all the way up towards, again, 403. What I really like about this play that I talked about, team, is I really like how this play right here, since we have bounced, I think we have a lot of room to be able to go on up. I think we have a lot of potential to keep on spiking. Right now, it's currently getting a little bit of hype. We're currently up $56 at this time. Nothing, again, too crazy. S&P 500. Next, again, area for that possible dip would be back on down towards around that 401.80-ish mark. Let's see if we can break that VWAP and start getting a little bit more hype. So I am watching this one very, very closely right here. I want to see, can we again continue to pop itself on up, break through that VWAP area. If we cannot break through 402.30, I am going to get out. And also if we fall back underneath 402, I'm going to get out. So I'm going to, again, give it a chance right here. Needs to break through 402.30. Needs to break through 402.30. Guys, we are above 402.30 right now. We got to stay above the VWAP now. Now, again, we got to run above this VWAP. Stay above the 402.30. Stay above 402.30. We don't want to get rejected at 402.30. Guys, stay above 402.30. This is the VWAP area. This is the VWAP area right now. We are holding again 402.30. I like that, team. I'm going to actually add another against 3 shares if we can hold 402.30. So I'm in right now with 6 shares. I'm in right now with 6 contracts, I should say, excuse me. But we need to hold 402.30. If we do not, I will get out right away. So just a little heads on up. I am in on 6 shares looking for the VWAP break for a spike up to 403. We are just watching for the hold of 402.30 at this time. Currently up $233 at this moment, looking for the breakout. As long as we stay above the VWAP, I'm happy. Anything under the VWAP, I want to get out right away and keep my losses tight. Right now, guys, we are breaking on up, currently at $500 at this moment. Let's see if we can keep on ripping here, team. Break up through, again, 402.50 mark. Nice, again, bounce play, room to run all the way on up towards around that 403 mark. 402.50, starting to break on down, currently up $533. Now we're up $600, $600, $700. $700 at this moment, looking good. $700, nice little pop all the way on up. Let's start again, locking in half our shares right here. So, or half our contracts. We're going to lock in 3 contracts at this moment. And now again, if I see 402.50, I will get out. Let's see if we can run on up towards this purple line at this moment. 402.63 so far. Good to go. We already locked in $400. And let's again, right now, I'm expecting maybe a small pullback here soon. I'm going to lock in the rest. Guys, locking in the rest. Ladies and gentlemen, $767 on the day, baby. So again, first little trade just like that, putting ourselves up in the green. $767 at this time. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what we like to see on our day. So big crack so far, still has more room to fall. At this point, team, if you want to, you could do a call contract. If, again, we start dropping on down towards, again, those low 400 regions. I'm actually thinking about doing maybe even tomorrow's strike price, just so I don't get eaten up on theta. Actually, I'm even thinking that, if it holds that 400 region, if it holds 400, to even do a little bit of a farther out strike price, to maybe even hold it over a night or two. Right? So, we are still getting weaker. We're still getting a nice little drop right here. We're still getting a nice little fade on off, and things are starting to get a little bit ugly. I'll still probably keep it as a day trade. Came on down to 435, finally getting a little lower shadow here. SPX, where are we at now? 4,019. We can go all the way up towards like 4,040 strike price. How much lower is this going to fall down towards, though? That's the big question. Trying to find its bottom. Trying to find a bottom right now. Trying to find a bottom. Trying to find its bottom at this moment, team. Still on a downtrend. Still building lower highs. See this downtrend? Still building this downtrend. Still building lower highs. Still getting weaker. Right now, team, this is still dropping. Let's see how much lower this can go. Another new low of the day, possibly. Guys, another new low here. Another new low. Guys, another new low. Still fading on off here. If you're on the put side, this all happened from that put crack. That all happened from the crack of the crack of that trend line right here. And that's why, again, trend lines are so significant to us. Low of the day is 404.07 cents. 404.07 cents. We may even get another crack on this play here coming on up. Definitely interested for a possible call contract to try to nail this bottom when it does, come down towards another low. We are still on this downtrend. Now, Deck, where would we want to start looking for a possible entry? When it starts breaking this downtrend and starts getting a little bit, of actual showing that it's finding some sort of bottom. Right now, the S&P 500 still on down towards a low, 407. We know also, little heads on up, taking a look at this daily chart. Take a look at this daily chart. We are testing that purple line. We are literally hitting that purple line right now. And hitting that purple line is just showing us that we are right next to those bottoms. Market is starting to get a little bit of a turn. New low of the day is 403. 403 so far is the low of the day that we have seen over on the S&P 500. And I still think it may be going a little bit lower. We came on down towards 403 so far. Are we going to drop, fall, and fade even lower here at this time? I don't want to buy into a falling knife. I know, though, that we are, again, right next to a super strong support line. That's kind of like the main thing, though. We're right next to a super strong support line, which does get me excited because I know, again, that dip buy and that bounce play probably will be coming on up here relatively soon. And we actually may start seeing it right here at this moment. You can see it's already starting to get a little bit of that dip. Already starting to get a little of that dip. Let's see if we can cross over this downtrend. Just Just trying to kind of set this up to make our lives easy. We know, again, that bottom 400 region is going to be that nice dip buy area. We have, again, a new downtrend starting to form. And if we can break this downtrend, we should be able to make a couple, couple $100 to a couple $1,000 now. So I'm a big trend line type of guy because trend lines, I just feel like make our lives easy. Why did we get this big sell-off? Because we cracked this trend line. We got this huge sell-off here, team, because we broke this trend line. I mean, every single person can understand that, and every single person can say, okay, that makes sense. We bounced here, we bounced here, we bounced here, we bounced here. When the floor broke, when the floor was gone, that is where this thing fell apart and went all the way from, again, 401.50 all the way on down towards 400. Low of the day was 403. We may see it go even lower than that here in a second. Here we go, guys. Possible new low of the day coming on up. A new low of the day, possibly. Here it goes. Down towards, again, 408. Right now we're at 417. Got a little bit of this downtrend starting to form here. All traders at this time are watching this closely. Man, this was... Anyone nail the put contract on the short? Anyone say, Deck, I've been riding that put contract. I saw it crack, and right when it cracked, I just jumped on in. If you guys did jump in on that nice crack right there, that's a nice trade. If you guys did jump in on that crack right there, that's a nice trade. That's some nice work right there on your end. So that's, again, bounce, 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 bounce. Floor cracked. Thing dropped right back on down. Notice we're trying to possibly get back above this purple line. And as I said, I do like this play. I think there's a lot of potential on this play for a nice hold. Get back up towards, again, 401 for a nice little trade on today. Strike price, 4,035. I think tomorrow may be the big green day, though. I'm expecting a big green day here soon. I'm expecting a very nice big green day here soon. Guys, we're starting to break a little bit. Let's see if this is going to break. Start moving back on up here slightly. Let's see if this can start breaking a little bit. Just trying to break here slightly. You guys can see. Break of that downtrend. Might want to look for a quick little scalp. Quick little scalp here, team. See, again, starting to get a little bit of movement at this time. Break of that downtrend. Guys, I'm going to go in on a small trade here. I'm going to go in on a small trade right here for a scalp. We just broke this downtrend. I'm looking for movement back on up. Broke this downtrend, looking for a move back up towards around 401. I'm going to sell my 5 contracts up near around 401 if I can get it. But I'm looking for a quick scalp play. We broke this downtrend. Going to look for a little rip back on up towards around 401. Try to make like 300 bucks. So up 144 right now. Let's see if this thing can rip on up towards around 401. Try to make like 300, 350 bucks here and just kind of add it, to our profit on the day. But this did get the break of the downtrend, and we're looking for this one to be able to spike on up towards that 401. Massive dump, found a bottom at 400, broke the trend line, looking for a little bit of a rip and a run up towards a high. So I don't want to go against a falling knife. I'd rather wait until I know we have a little bit more bulls on the play, and I'm not just going straight against bears nonstop. So I have 5 contracts on this play. Strike price on this one is 4,035. Looking for, again, SPY to be able to squeeze itself and move itself on up a little bit higher. Just trying to make like 350 bucks if I can. Still watching this one closely. There we go. Nice little pop up 169, 119, 144. Let's see if we can run up towards around that 401 mark. As you guys know, I trade SPX. SPX basically leads the way for the SPY, so we watch SPY in the live stream. Guys, we're up 169. This should jump on up towards almost $300 here in a second. 244, 319, $319. Guys, gonna lock that in. So again, guys, I'm gonna take my $319, get myself up $1,000 on the day. So just little scalp plays right there. Just want to be up $1,000 on the day. Little scalp plays, not going against momentum, just adding against some nice profits. It's great to see that this thing is still trying to get a nice little bounce play back on up. If you want to go for another scalp, we can also see we have a downtrend right here. So we're basically just getting tighter and tighter. We're going to see another nice little move here in a second, team. You guys are going to see another probably, I would say, 50-cent move coming on up, maybe a $1 move coming on up in the next few moments, because you guys are getting another little wedge pattern forming. So you guys are going to probably get either a crack back down towards the low of the day or a pop on up towards 401 here in the next probably 5 minutes. Everyone get ready for it if you guys are interested. So we do have a little bit of a pop here. Is this going to start running? Is this going to start running here? Guys, it looks like it's trying to. Looks like it's trying to, make that run. If you want to get in, quick little scalp play, guys. I'm going to do a quick little scalp right here if I can get, I'm in. I'm going in right here, quick little scalp again. Quick little scalp. Let's see if we can run up towards 401. Deck, what's your stop loss? If I see it go back underneath 460, I'm out. Underneath 460, I'm out. I'm going to look for a 401 break as we just broke that trend line. Notice how we knew buying volume was going to move on in here. Buying volume moved on in. Let's try to make another $200 if we can. We're currently up $94. Let's see if we can run up to 401 plus. We're up $144. Let's go to 401 plus. Now we're up right now, team, a total of $269, and let's lock in $269. There you go, guys. And guys, now we're up almost $1,200 on the day, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, guys, I don't know, guys. I'm really good. I'm really good. Okay, guys, hold your applause. I know I deserve it. I do. Okay. Bring it back. You guys are good.